Deadline day always brings its fair share of drama, and Liverpool have once again made headlines by striking a significant deal before the window slammed shut. With the clock ticking down, the club has moved decisively to finalise a major transfer that could have a notable impact on Arne Slot's squad for the season. The agreement, now officially confirmed, adds another layer of intrigue to what has already been a busy and unpredictable summer for the Reds. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Liverpool have agreed a deal to send Harvey Elliott on loan to Aston Villa for the season, with the midfielder making a £35 million permanent move next summer. Elliott will spend the rest of 2025/26 on loan with Unai Emery's Villa, after the two clubs agreed terms on deadline day. The deal includes an obligation to buy clause worth £35 million, meaning the 22-year-old's move will become permanent on July 1st, 2026. The Athletic's David Ornstein is among those to report the two clubs' agreement, though sources in the Midlands have insisted the fee is slightly lower. With an announcement expected in the next hours, Elliott will end a 6-year spell with his boyhood club, having made 149 appearances following a move from Fulham. Liverpool's £125 million agreement for Alexander Isak opened the exit door for the England under-21 international, who was known to prefer to stay in the Premier League over a move abroad. The club were seeking a deal for their number 19 in excess of £40 million plus a buyback option, or above £50 million without one. Villa have been in the market for reinforcements this summer, having only signed forward Van Gisand and goalkeeper Marco Bezzo, and they had sought to sign West Ham's Lucas Paqueta. Emery's side will compete in the Europa League this season, and Elliott will not be short on opportunities, something Arne Slot could not promise him. Liverpool were made to pay £4.3 million in compensation following the youngster's switch from Fulham in 2019, and he conceded this summer that he had to consider what was best for his career. Now, in a huge done deal, Liverpool have reached an agreement with Crystal Palace for the signing of centre-back Marc Guéhi. Liverpool tabled an official bid on Saturday, and a deal has now been struck between the two clubs worth £35 million. The 25-year-old will be Liverpool's second centre-back arrival of the summer after Giovanni Leone. With a deal now agreed, he is set to finish his medical before completing the formalities of his transfer to Merseyside, signing a 5-year contract. Palace set a price tag of £40 million for their captain, whose contract at Selhurst Park was to expire at the end of the season. And manager Oliver Glasner was reluctant to let him leave. He will arrive at Anfield with over 240 senior appearances for club and country, injecting further experience into Arne Slot's back line. It continues the overhaul of Liverpool's defence after the signings of Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez and Leone earlier this summer. Guéhi was not short of suitors, but chose Anfield for the next step in his career after spells at Chelsea and Swansea previous to his time at Palace. The 25-year-old has already played 6 times for Palace this season, including the Community Shield win against Liverpool, and is part of Thomas Tuchel England's squad for the upcoming September qualifiers. Guéhi is a front-footed defender who is happy operating in a high line, which he has shown in both a back three at Palace and in an outstanding run of performances for England at last summer's Euros. His speed and intelligent reading of the game allows him to react quickly to deny attackers with recovery challenges, winning the ball back in dangerous situations. Throughout the 2024/25 Premier League campaign, he averaged 4.27 recoveries per 90, which places him in the top 26% of centre-backs. For England at the Euros, that average increased to 4.42 recoveries per 90, moving him into the top 23%. Konate, who is more often than not Liverpool's recovery defender, averaged 3.44 recoveries per 90 last season, though that may be more to do with Arne Slot's style of play. In other news, Liverpool have now reached the deal to sign Newcastle striker Alexander Isak, with the two clubs striking an agreement on a fee of £125 million, according to Fabrizio Romano. Talks over a move for Isak were renewed in the build-up to deadline day, after Newcastle's signing of German striker Nick Woltermade and the Magpies agreeing a deal to sign Wissa from Brentford. The North East club gave encouragement for Liverpool to present a new offer, having communicated their willingness to do business at around £130 million. Liverpool have finally agreed a deal worth £125 million for the Sweden international, with the Athletic's David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano among those to report. This will allow Isak to undergo a medical with the Premier League champions on Monday, and all being well, a British record transfer will be announced before the 7 p.m. deadline. Isak has already agreed personal terms on a 6-year contract, with Liverpool having long made clear to Newcastle his desire to join Arne Slot's side. It means these final steps are a mere formality for player and club, with Isak set to be unveiled as the latest in a busy summer of signings at Anfield. Liverpool's pursuit of Isak has been the story of the summer, and a month after their first bid of £110 million was rejected, they have finally landed their priority centre-forward target. Those weeks between that initial offer and the eventual agreement saw frustrations boil over, with the player himself releasing a statement on Instagram accusing Newcastle of breaking promises. He wrote, "I've kept quiet for a long time while others have spoken. That silence has allowed people to push their own version of events, even though they know it doesn't reflect what was really said and agreed behind closed doors. The reality is that promises were made, and the club has known my position for a long time. To now act as if these issues are only emerging is misleading. When promises are broken and trust is lost, the relationship can't continue. That's where things are for me right now, and why change is in the best interest of everyone, not just myself." Newcastle refuted Isak's claims and insisted that they would allow their number 14 to leave if their conditions for his sale were met, a reality they did not foresee. That has clearly changed now, with Liverpool expected to announce Isak in the coming hours and likely hand their new most expensive signing ever, the coveted number 9 shirt. Liverpool had already broken their transfer record with a £116 million signing of Florian Wirtz earlier in the summer, but the figures involved in this new deal eclipse those involved with that agreement with Bayer Leverkusen. Isak will join an attack, also including Mohamed Salah, Hugo Ekitike, Cody Gakpo, Federico Chiesa, and teenager Rio Ngumoha. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.